Okay, so I want to clear up misunderstandings about the occult, even to occultists who are watching this video. The word occult means hidden, hidden power, hidden knowledge, hidden information, hidden wisdom, hidden magic, the hidden. And then you can put in the word esoteric. Esoteric is information or knowledge not meant to be understood by many. And then you have exoteric, which can be broadly understood by everyone. Oftentimes, occult and esoteric are put together because they mean almost the same thing. Hidden information only meant to be understood by a select few people. Now, a lot of people have tried to blemish these terms and the etymology of the words by entering in Abrahamic connotations, and certainly there's a foundation for that because there are people who call themselves Western esotericists who are, in fact, operating under a variation of Abrahamic, whether it be Kabbalistic Sephiroths and Klipos, whether it be it's still all that shit's Abrahamic. That doesn't that doesn't make it occult, and that doesn't make it esoteric at all to me, because to me I go back to the words hidden, hidden knowledge, hidden wisdom, hidden magic, hidden power, and I go back to esoteric, all of those things that's only meant for a few. Now, most of your information on here on the occult and witchcraft is exoteric information that can be widely understood by everyone. The esoteric is sometimes only understood by one individual in the way that it was meant to be. So the hidden information, the hidden knowledge, the hidden wisdom, the hidden power, the hidden magic that's only meant to be understood by you or a few. That is what the occult is about. It is not about any type of. I don't care. Now some people did take it to a pseudo Christian, Abrahamic, Jewish, sometimes Islamic place, and that's the only way to be occult. That's the only way to be esoteric. But esotericism and occultism existed long before the Middle Eastern religions of Christianity, Judaism, and Islam came to the continent of Europe. Okay? The runic path is esoteric and occult. Okay? Not many people make it through. And not many people understand it. The Druids I would consider to be sort of part of the occult, even though they were nature based. It was secret teachings and secret knowledge, right? And then you have, the other day people asked me the difference between witchcraft, and there is some esotericism that can even be found in witchcraft. I'm not talking about because it's handed down from mother to or from mother to the daughter and all this other bullshit. Not even going to get into that. It's secret wisdom and knowledge of magic and spirituality that you attain through hidden means, through a lot of inner work, through a lot of inner experimentation, and a lot of growth and elevation and power. That's what gives you power. You will see books that says, occult this, or esoteric or hidden teachings. Well, if it's in a book at Barnes and Noble, chances are it's not inherently esoteric or occult, unless you find something in that book that reaches you in a very occult, hidden way that you understand, that you get personally, and then it's occult, and then it's esoteric, but not before. Now, a lot of people who are Western occultists will say, no, it has to do with shit like the Golden Dawn. It has to do with shit like Thelema. It has to fit into the framework of an adaptation of an Abrahamic religion. It does not, and it didn't. Europeans were the first people colonized by these religions. We were the first continent that was colonized. But before that, there was plenty of occult. There was plenty of the hidden. there was plenty of the esoteric there. Sorcery is older than the Abrahamic invasion of Europe. Um, Wizardry is older than the Abrahamic invasion of Europe. Witchcraft is older than the European invasion of, or the Middle Eastern invasion of Europe. I consider myself an occultist who sometimes practices the exoteric witchcraft or implements it into my esoteric pursuits. But at the same time, the occult is a magic, and it is a magic system in and of itself. It is a spiritual system in and of itself, and it is not necessarily distinct and separate from witchcraft. Witchcraft is just more widely known and exoteric than the occult is. I tend to practice both, sort of a fusion of both in my personal practice, but I hope this debunks some of the stereotypes of what the occult is and what the occult isn't. I'm going to get some dissent on this, I know. Probably not from the usual suspects, probably from people who call themselves, Western occultism. Or, yeah, probably so. And I'm going to take a break, by the way, from TikTok. A partial break. I'm only going to start posting maybe 3 or 4 videos a day, and then going on to other pursuits and things like that throughout the day. If I see a notification from TikTok or whatever, I'll probably respond to it. But otherwise, with everything going on, it's not good for my occult practice. It's a distraction. It's not a. It's the things that are being done here now are distracting everyone from their path, whatever that might be. And I think it's time to sort of, ground, cleanse, all that stuff. So yeah, but I'll still be doing videos here and there.